the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Alright, today is January 25th, 2022. This is actually video number 5. It is 10 p.m. I've edited some videos this morning. Some of them already went live, like this one. I recorded this morning, edited, and put it live, and about 300 plus people saw it. So I have another video I just finished edit, and it's rendering, and I was just about to go to bed, and I'm not really feeling sleepy, and since I'm waiting for the other thing to finish render in order for me to turn off the computer, so I said, instead of wasting time, let me record some of the things that I bookmarked to share with you tomorrow morning when I get up, like 2 a.m. So I said, let me do that. All right, so let's go on Twitter. Hopefully I have the same mindset when my mind is kind of clear in the morning. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna focus on the things that I bookmark because I don't want to stay longer. So this is Omid. In the earlier video, I shared these tweets with you. All right, so it's on the video that's actually here. I believe it's in this video. So Omid added to it where he says update. So I'm gonna continue from that. Okay, update, as well as the 1.25 million in damages and $250,000 medical expenses awarded on Monday. The federal jury today ordered that what is that? Unwind with Tasha. Okay, so that's that person, Unwind with Tasha, to pay, that's Cardi B, an additional $1.5 million in punitive damages and 1.3 million in legal fees. My goodness, those were some expenses, lies. All right, so it's about what, maybe $4 million. Phew, that's a lot of money. So Omid's tweet continue. Quote, the truth is that the intentional harm that was done to me is done to countless others every day, end quote. So that's Cardi B. Writes in a statement sent to media outlets today, quote, we collectively have to say enough is enough, end quote. So this is the statement. Let's read that. After almost 4 years of repeated libel and slander against me, being able to walk away from this victorious bring me great happiness. During this trial, all of you have learned about the darkest time in my life. I'm sorry, unfortunately, I wasn't following. I was aware of it, but I wasn't following. All right, that moment in time was fueled by the vile, disgusting, and completely false narratives that were repeatedly and relentlessly being shared online. I thought I will never be heard or vindicated, and I felt completely helpless and vulnerable. I have never taken for granted the platform that my fame allows me to have, which is why for over 3 years I dedicated every resource I had to seek justice. Wow. And not just justice for me. The truth is that the international harm was done to me is done to countless others every day. I'm thinking of Meghan right now. Okay, the only difference between me and the high schooler who is being cyberbullied and lied on by their classmate is the money and resources I have access to. We collectively have to say enough is enough. Whoo-wee, my goodness, it must have been hard. Okay, there's some comment here. I'm gonna read these 3 and then go into that one. Okay, expensive lies indeed. What expensive lies? Okay. You should post Cardi official statement on this judgment, light of important statement that about the role that platform like YouTube and Twitter must do to push back on cyberbullying and hate accounts that have pushed both children and public figures to consider suicide. Good. All right, let's see here. Let's go into that. Sound a lot like Meghan. You see, there's other people who sees that. Sounds like a lot like Meghan's statement after her victory over the fair. Really? I don't think it resembles it, but it has the same sense. Look at this. As I was reading it, I said, that sounds like the things Meghan was going through, but I don't think it sounds the same. Okay, let's go. Harry and Meghan, go and get those who profiting by spreading hate for profit. YouTube needs to be held accountable for giving them platform. As much as I want Harry and Meghan do that, but there is it takes a lot of time and energy. And look at the one that with the Daddy Fair Meghan was going after. It took what? How many years? 3 years or whatever, 4 years if not. It takes a lot of time and energy to deal with that, because I think they really want to focus on their work. But still, okay, I understand many of you may not agree with me, but still I think you guys really, yes, they should go after it so the thing could stop. How will I say that? I could see Harry and Meghan taking the high road here, where they're trying to talk with the platform, the YouTube people, or the social media platform first. I don't know why I'm feeling that. I feel like they're probably talking to them first. But if push come to shove, if they push them to the brink, they're probably gonna start suing individually, the same way that they did with the Daddy Fell. I don't know why I feel that way. Obviously, I know you guys will disagree with me on that, because I think they're gonna try to prevent that step in term of going to court. They're probably gonna try to talk to the platform people and see what they could do to stop that. Because Harry and Meghan have a lot of, how will I say that? A lot of evidence of what has been going on, what have been said about them on social media. So they have, for instance, the Bad Sentinel reports, and definitely on YouTube and all of that. So they have a lot of evidence to back their claim. But I think for some reason, I think they're trying to go the high road, maybe talk to the platform people and see what they could do to stop that in a way before they start going after individually. But either way, at some point they need to teach those people a lesson and go after them so they could stop, because if nobody's stopping them, it will continue. Maybe what Cardi B have gone through, perhaps that will halt. I don't know. They probably were taking notes to see how she did it, what sort of evidence she proved, and this is why I want to see the court transcript to see what went on, what was said. Perhaps it's something that they want to look into. Do they want to go deeper and show what maybe they, like Meghan had the ideation of suicidal and all of that, which doctor were she seeing and all of that. She has to prove all of that. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Okay, well done. I am Cardi B. The only language these people understand is when you hit them in their pockets. That's exactly that. Okay, auto continua. Okay, it's a terrible thing to have to go through. Definitely. The truth is that the international harm done to people secretly drugged so that Cardi B could steal from them happen to countless others every day. Okay, stop hate. That's it. Profit or not. Thanks at Kobe. Well done. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. I have a little bit variety of stuff that I bookmark, but the first 2 or 3 I think dedicate to Cardi B thing. All right, there's this here. I think it's important to note that Tasha K herself will have to pay the vast majority of the damages, not her company. Okay, again, I was not following her all of these. I'm just sharing with you. I don't know what kind of company these people have, so I'm just aware of the lawsuit and why the lawsuit was brought. Hate channels should take notes. All right, so let's read some of the comments here and then I'll go into that. Okay, good news. I always wish those libel and harass and the British media will personally sue the journalists who wrote the article and bankrupt them. Okay, YouTube should delete her account. I don't think it's fair she gets to keep it. Okay, a lesson in arrogance, the Tasha K story. Let me go into that. I think this is a journalist who were updating what was going on. Okay, update to Cardi B defamation trial went over blogger Tasha K. Georgia federal court jury just awarded her every penny of requested expensive attorney fees, $1,338,753.47, and another $1.5 million in punitive damage, which is $1 million against Tasha K and $500,000 against her company. Really? Okay, so that's where this thing came from. So she has a company. You know what? Let me look who the hell is Tasha K. Because like I said, there's a lot of people I don't follow. That must be, okay, there's nothing about her, so she must be whatever. Okay, I mean, a freaking grown adult. Why you go out of your way to bash people? Alright, so I don't see anything about her, just videos. I don't want to click on videos. Okay, Cardi B statement, quote, after almost 4 years of repeated libel and slander against me, being able to walk away from this victorious brings me great happiness. Okay, I am grateful for the jury and their careful deliberation over the past 2 weeks, end quote. And continued, during this trial, all of you have learned about the darkest time in my life. That moment and time was fueled by the vile, disgusting, and completely false narrative that were repeatedly and relentlessly being shared online. I thought I will never be heard or vindicated. Okay, statement from Tasha K's lawyer, Sadir Sabak, quote, we disagree with the verdict and we will be filing an appeal. Okay, let's see how that goes. Okay, in addition to the $1.25 million from yesterday, Cardi B gets a total of $4 million. Okay, you might need to check your math because that told us out of $2,838,753.47, not $4 million. Okay, 2.8 plus 1.25. Okay. All right, people's doing basic math here. Okay, let me go to the next one. How you feeling? Okay, let's see here. Obviously, they have to give them a chance to appeal. Let's see how that goes. And that probably gonna cost her even more because if the appeal doesn't go her favor, guess what's gonna happen? More money to the lawyers. Okay, these people are, I cannot even say, just vile behavior. Okay, let's see here. Cardi B had to share personal and medical information in order to prove Tasha K. You see, I didn't even read this part. Tasha K defamed her. That's what they want. They want personal info about Meghan Markle so they can use it as commodity. You see, this is what I was saying. Okay, she probably gonna take the high road because this takes a lot. You have to show all of this. So in a way, I think I was right. Okay, though we want Meghan to sue these demonic criminals, she will always put her family first. All right, let's see here. Meghan's mold. Tasha made up lies for clicks. However, as Sloan mentioned elsewhere, Cardi B had to show her medical record to prove what was being said to her was actually medically false. Could you imagine if Markle had disclosed her medical records? Okay, this is the thing. This is the thing that I think Meghan is trying to prevent, and I think this is why she probably will talk to CEO of YouTube or Google or CEO of Twitter and all of that before she could pursue all of this, because this thing take a lot. And as she hear all of this stuff going on, you know, whatever mental anguish she's going through, she will have to see a professional in that. And then when she goes to court, she has to show where she went to get help. And then it's through that she'll be able to get, she'll get a win. Oh, so there's no comment. So that's that. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I hope I don't stay an hour because when I get up in the morning, I'm just gonna start editing because I still have more editing to do from this morning. Okay, I find this truly sickening, the level of entitlement. Quote, Prince William heartbreak as he expected Prince Harry to support him when time came. Like I said in one of my videos, Harry had enough. He doesn't want to be a punching bag anymore. And when is he, the brother, is gonna take responsibilities for his action? If he doesn't want something to be happening, don't do the things that will cause the things that will want you to have Harry get your back. You know, it's cause and effect. You know, you're a freaking grown man, and this is why I'm so worried. Well, I don't think it's worry that I think that the kids will never learn will be any different from the parents. It will take a miracle work for the kids to come out completely different from the parents, because as a grown man, he's expecting his brother, who's been taking the fault, the blame since they were kids. No, something has to change. This is the time. My goodness, common sense doesn't exist for these people. Okay, I thought the article was supposed to be about Willie Leaks, but it's almost about Harry and Meghan. Okay, where is the article? So that's this, Archive PH Newbear. Okay, I always expect the article to be more about Harry and Meghan. They are the stars and everyone else just revolve around them. Okay, and Baldy's head, quote, support, end quote, means taking all the blame, getting no credit for innovation, and keeping Sniff's McButton distracted while Baldy tends to his rose bush. Yeah, he wants Harry to take all the blame, but when anything positive, he wants to take credit for that. I mean, life doesn't work that way. At some point, you gotta learn something. Okay, exactly. Support equal taking the blame, distracting the misuse, misses, being a smokescreen and providing comic relief. Harry said, quote, hard pass, mate, end quote. These people are so full of shit. It serves those miserable mofos right. Bill let his pride get the best of him and turn down Harry's half in and half out offer. That is correct. The futures can have all the cake while the Sussexes are free. That's exactly that. Alright? Because Harry was trying to be there for him. Knowing everybody knows their place. Alright? Nobody was gonna take other people's place. Meaning like Harry knew he wasn't gonna be king. Okay, the thing was already set, and then Betty made sure that William's kid will be in line, including the girls. Okay, so everybody knew their place, but the only person who doesn't know his place is the futures for some reason. All right, wanting spotlight all the time, this and that, and then Harry, who was what, 6th in line, said half in and half out. Okay, where halfway is his personal life. Probably Meghan will probably live in the US with the kids, in my humble opinion. And then for 6 months, Harry does all the charity work in the UK and whatever, and then go in the US and then live the other 6 months happily ever after until the next 6 months come in. And then in one of my videos, I said most likely Harry will probably take the second half of the year, okay, from let's say June up to December, and then January up to June will be for the UK, because the reason I think that during the summer he probably wants to spend that with his kids, and then you have Thanksgiving, he probably want to spend that, and then the holiday spend it with his family, and after the holiday, the new year, he probably will fly in the UK to do the work. That's the way I would have done it if that was me. But being so selfish and pettiness, and they ended up with nothing. You don't have Harry anymore to take the blame for you, to at least help you. Look at, ever since Harry left, I haven't heard anything that positive that they done. Okay, if he don't focus on cutting ribbons and bedding roses. Okay, why does William need supporting by Harry? He had a whole net's fluff of vipers to do that. Plus, if I was so dependent on my brother, as the article seemed to suggest, I tried to be nice to him rather than treat him like a slave. Yeah, everybody sees that except him. Because they raise him, put things in his head that it's only him, and him alone. Okay, so you want to be front and center, you and you and you again. So there you are. You got it. All right, but you just don't know how to support yourself. They never showed you how to support yourself. You think all the glamorous things come out of nowhere? There's hard work behind it. All those hard work Harry and Meghan were putting to have the cookbook, to do the unveiling of stuff. There was hard work behind it. But he never done it. He's always pointing fingers. People go do this, go do that, in my humble opinion. Everybody else is doing the work, but you never know. There's ideas and thinking behind those stuff.
I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
Alright, Discount Voldemort needs to lie in the bed he made. Marmedaton media mates help him attack his only brother and sister-in-law and spearheaded attack on Papa Tampon. Mumbles and McButton wants the crown, and Marmid wants the house of Middleton and Buckingham Palace. William will deliver. Alright, I will not be surprised if William gets treats just like Harry, but royal family or firm hide it. He knows his enemies are near and made a terrible mistake with Harry. I still believe if William really needs him, stay. I think this is stay. Harry will be there because he has a good heart like his mom. I don't know. Okay, personally, I believe Harry's priority is his family, Meghan and his kid. Yeah, his priority completely changed. Oh no, he's a different man completely. He has kids now. No. Yeah, completely a different person. After he had put out all his resources, all his attempt, every chances that he got. There was some stuff he said when he was leaving the UK to meet Meghan in Canada. There was some stuff that he said. All right, it came down to this. He did everything that he can. All right.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option.
So now his whole focus, after giving all of his attempt, all of his ideas, every option that he felt like that was right for the firm and for himself, and then they rejected everything. Now he's focusing on himself. He's completely a different person. It's like they made the best decision for him while he was trying to support the firm. All right, let me finish with that. If William needed help, Harry would have to measure it against protecting himself and his family. Okay, people who expect others to support them at some stage should respect and value them. That's right. We didn't see any of that with William these last 4 years. He gets what he deserves. That's right. Okay, Prince Harry can be supportive of William whenever he becomes the official throne manager, and Harry can do so without being on palace ground and wearing the yoke of a royal accent. Okay, let's see here. Had William supported Harry and Meghan, and their brand new monarchy would have moved away from the corruption of the past into a new era of humanitarian concept. Stupid move, royal family. Yep. Okay. I shudder to think I was excited to visit the UK to see the Sussexes. I will have attend royal event to see them. Very stupid and short-sighted move. But now I'm planning to visit California. Yep, a lot of people. Yeah, in one of my video I said the tabloid and the royal family have not represented the UK very well, in my humble opinion. All right, maybe for hate, people with those stupid mindset might want to go over there to support them, but decent people, just random people who probably have a few dollars who wants to spend, who probably wanted to go visit before they did their stupidity, but now that they reveal themselves, nobody wants to spend their money over there. And then you see what the government is doing, throwing people out left and right and doing all the stuff in the middle of the ocean and all. Nobody wants to go there. All right, so you want to be just your type, so let your type go over there. But decent people who have extra cash to spend, they're not gonna go over there to deal with this kind of behavior. They want to go on a vacation where they're gonna enjoy themselves. But thank God, unfortunately, right now with COVID, not too many people traveling for that type of enjoyment. Okay, I saw someone tweet this yesterday about UK government official, but will apply it here for this unsavory character. He suffered from delusion of grandeur and relevance deprivation. I think I saw that too. Where did I see it? Yeah, I saw that too. Okay, look into the Queen's mother history. She had a lot of input, influence on how he was raised, hence the expected outcome and his awful behavior. Okay, let me read this and then that's it. Okay, Prince William told a reporter, quote, "All my life I've had my arm around my brother. Now I can do that," end quote. The subservient reporting style of the royal family. The reporter then asked why Harry's marriage will stop him from continuing putting his arm around his brother. So he stated out loud then here, "No wonder Harry's stint in the army was cut short by reporters blabbing, so Harry had to come back to be the third wheel to William and Kate." Okay. Oddly enough, in many monarchies, siblings are allowed to live their own life as they wish, but Willie would have liked Harry to sacrifice his own life for him. And then look what they did. Take his security and then disclose where he was. I mean, come on. How evil can that? And then, of all people, he knew how his mother died. He knew. But he did the same thing to his brother's family. This is pure evil. This can never be forgiven. Okay? And you could see when you look at the Oprah interview, Harry's eyes, you could feel like there was anger. And many, leading to the Oprah interview, there's other, I think, Zoom meeting that he's done and they made them public and stuff like that. I could see there were times they were crying. I said it in all of my videos. Where their eyes look puffy, they look very sad. Certain things they were going through, they probably had to cry it out to release the pain that these people were putting on them. All right. So, and some of them I mentioned it. I didn't go too deep now that I know what they're going now. But before, you know, I stated what I was seeing on the pictures. Like, I could see they were crying. Their eyes looked puffy. Either they didn't sleep. And one of them, I believe I said, looks like Harry didn't sleep well. Maybe he had to make, he had to keep up with different time zone with different countries like Australia, the UK, and California and all of that. I point this stuff out. Okay, so Harry had to come back to be the third wheel for William and Kate. Okay, oddly enough, I read all of this. All right. His brother happy? Well, nothing at all. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. I'm already, 27 minutes, and I have some more to go through. All right, Sussex squad. Reaction whenever Brexit Britain opens their mouth to talk about the Royals and Montecito. By now, you guys should have heard that.
What a stupid son of a bitch. What a stupid son of a bitch.
Oh my God. So whenever the Sussex squad reaction, whenever it comes to Britain opens their mouth. That's all we have to say. People's laughing. It's brilliant. Love it. I agree. All right, next tweet. He was saying that, I think, to a Fox News reporter who was asking some stupid question. Next tweet. Look at the excerpt from the 2013 interview. I cannot wait for Harry's book to come out. His own words, his own perspective, now that he is living the life he always wanted on his own term. There's the love, the heart, Prince Harry. Let's see here. In a series of interviews during his time based at Camp Bastion and Helmand Province, he hinted at the difficulty of reconciling the different roles in his life. The prince, known as Captain Wells in the army, explained his, quote, 3 measures, one in the army, one socially in my own private time, and then one with the family and stuff like that. So there is a switch and I flicked it when necessary. I don't know why I'm thinking what I just said a few minutes ago, that now that he's living in Montecito, he had exhausted all of his options to the firm, and the firm reject all of his offers. So now he's completely a different man. He's not gonna try to sacrifice anything for the firm anymore because they rejected his offers. So now his priorities switch to his family. His little Archie, his buddy, and little bit Diana, and his wife. He's completely a different man. They made a huge mistake with him. Okay? Asked whether he felt more comfortable being Captain Wells than Prince Harry, his reply was one of the most revealing he has given about his relationship with Prince Charles. Quote, definitely, I've always been like that. My father's always trying to remind me about who I am and stuff like that, but it's very easy to forget about who I am when I am in the army. Everyone's wearing the same uniform and doing the same kind of things. I get on well with the lads and I enjoy my job. It really is as simple as that. He said that too, and the Obama thing here, where I think when Melody Dobson asked Harry, what makes you something? All right, and he said the army, and then he went on and explained a lot of things. I'll put the clip here.
Earning that privilege and giving back, and also gaining the trust and respect
of the general public and then using that position for good.
What helped you to understand that position that you were in?
Spending 10 years in the military was one.
And what did that do for you?
I think I wouldn't say it changed my outlook on life, but there were certainly experiences that I went through during those 10 years that not only was I surrounded by normal people on a day-to-day basis and being able to share and talk about everyday issues that they were going through, but it was a grounding moment for me as well. You know, wearing the same uniform as all of the people that I was serving with, getting an opportunity to serve your country on operations, but also being part of a family. And that's not just the guys and the girls that were wearing the uniform, but also the wives, the girlfriends, the kids. That whole network of support was huge. But I think my understanding of service and duty became really, really ingrained, or it was given to me by my service in the military.
All right, I almost go to the next tweet, but let's read some of the comment. Okay, 3 Mays. Well, if that doesn't tell you all you need to know about his family and stuff like that, I don't know what will. All right, that part struck me. I wonder how relieved he must be now that he's with his family and away from the circus, now having to wear a mask. What is it? He did say something like he wished that he had done that couple years prior. I forgot the number of years, or 4 or 3 years prior. I think it was during the Oprah interview. He said that. All right, which interview is this? Oh, it's right there. From The Guardian. Let's click on that. All right, I'll come to it. Okay, let's see here. That fact he found simplicity and some degree of normalcy on a battlefield tells me all I need to know, but I am still hooked on reading his book when it's out. Yeah, very well said. Yeah, because in the army, you know, you have people shooting at you, all of this, and for some reason he'd rather be there than being over there. So which means over there is worse. And then we could see now we could understand him. We could understand what he meant by that with the circus that went on while Meghan was there for just a few seconds. Okay, there's the thinking face here. 3 Harrys, 1 in the army, 2 private and social, 3 family and stuff. I expected compartmentalization for his work as a soldier, but it's telling that back then he sees his family as being separate from his private life. That family is a performance. Wow. Hell, it could be written on stone. I don't know what this person here. Maybe I'll read this. Okay, Prince Harry, I've killed in Afghanistan, but Dad wants me to act like a prince. Okay, let's read this. At the end of 4 months tour, Captain Wells described his time at Camp Bastion and frustration with section of the media. Okay, by Hadley Freeman, Meet the New Killer Captain. All right, Prince Harry, let me see how long it is. Okay, I just started, so I don't need to highlight all of it. It's not that long. Okay, it starts here. Prince Harry has flown out of Afghanistan at the end of 4 months tour, during which he admitted killing an insurgent while piloting his Apache helicopter, and spoke in a rare depth about the tensions and frustration of being a royal video who craved life out of the spotlight. So this link is a video. I'm gonna put the link of this article in the description, but when you guys get there, you could watch the video. He also revealed his disdain and distrust of some section of the media and described how his father constantly reminded him to behave more like a member of the royal family. This is the thing here. I think I was right in some of the things that I've said in other video, where from the time those boys were born, they took possession of William, treat him like a freaking robot, but they never did that with Harry. Princess Diana had Harry and treat him like a human being. So there's the father here is telling him now the mom is not there to treat him like you know, the affectionate kind of thing. The father's trying to push him to be like a freaking robot, and he can never turn like that because he already know the human personality of things, this kind of thing. All right, so the father is trying to teach him to be like a freaking robot, and he's like, I can't be robot. He didn't say it, but I'm just saying that. That's my opinion here. All right, how his father constantly reminded him to behave more like a member of a royal family. Look at this. If he did, will people will like him like that? Okay, look how majority of people reject the royal family. So he can't be. That's my thing is coming into play here, where I always say there's always one, and he is the one. Okay, a commander of the army's most sophisticated attack helicopter, the prince said he had fired on the Taliban during operation to support ground troops and rescue injured Afghan and NATO personnel. His remark may be seized upon by insurgents to stir anti-British sentiment, but the prince said he was only doing his job. Most of the time, the helicopter acted more as a deterrent, he said. Okay, I see why. Just to whoever was attacking whoever's on the ground to make the others like I usually said, the shiny object. All right, actually like a bullseye. He was being a bullseye where they probably will shoot at him instead of the people on the ground. All right, quote, if there's people trying to do bad stuff to our guys, then we'll take them out of the game, I suppose, end quote. He said, quote, take a life to save a life. That's very hard. That is true. The squadron been out here. Everyone's fired a certain amount. Okay, and a series of interviews during his time based at Camp Bastion. And there's some people who were saying, the haters who were saying, oh, he was there, he had the protection and officer. There he is explaining his thing here. And I'm like, what's the point of having a bodyguard if you're a freaking in the army? I don't think the bodyguard will want to do this job right now because that thing is not to be in the war zone. What's the purpose of that? Okay, if there's people trying to do bad stuff to our guys, then we'll take them out of the game, I suppose, end quote. He said, take a life to save a life. The squadron's been out here. Everyone's fired a certain amount. Okay, and a series of interviews during his time based at Camp Bastion and Helmand Province, he hinted at the difficulty of reconciling the different role in his life. The prince, known as Captain Wells in the army, explained his, quote, 3 measures, okay, one in the army, one socially in my own private time, and then one with the family and stuff like that. So there is a switch and I flicked it when necessary. Wow. This is that when he goes to one of the charities, he's all in. He gave everybody who's there to see him his full attention. Attention. So in many ways I've said these kind of things, and in some shape or form I think I was right. Okay, he admitted he sometimes, quote, let himself down, end quote, with his laddish behavior, especially what happened in Vegas, which he put down to, quote, probably being too much army and not enough prince, end quote. But he said he was entitled to privacy too, which is true. And this is why he's fighting the tabloid right now. He doesn't want to settle out of court. Okay, after all the stuff they put him through. Let's get rid of this now that I see the X. Okay, in another unusual frank exchange, he aimed bidding criticism at the media, particularly The Sun, the Daily Mail, and the Daily Telegraph, 3 of the royal family's most ardent supporters, and Fleet Street. He said he was particularly annoyed at articles comparing his role as Apache co-pilot gunner to a fire crew waiting to scramble during the Second World War. Quote, no, it's not like that at all, end quote, he said. Quote, I don't know who quoted that, end quote, referring to the phone hacking scandal that hit News International. Look at this. I didn't even see this part here. And I was like, this is why he's taking those people to court. He won't settle out of court because of the phone hacking here. There it is. It's mentioned here. Okay. International, he said, quote, I think it was probably the Sun newspaper, but because we haven't got mobile phone out here, they obviously can bug our phones so they don't know what they are saying. Okay, the prince said his suspicion of the media was rooted in the treatment of his family when, quote, I was very small, end quote. especially I have that article where Charles is taking William to party with the media, all right, with the Daily Fell, whatever, those journalists, the royal rats, since he was a young man, I think 18, 19 years old or something like that. All right. This I'll leave the link in the description. Sometimes I take that link off, but there are times I leave it as a regular upload. Okay, quote, of course I read them, and quote, the prince said, if he continues, if there is a story and something been written about me, I want to know what is being said, but all of it, does it just upset me and angers me that people, I could hear his voice because I've seen the video of that, okay, can get away with writing the stuff they do, not just about me, but about everything and everybody. My father always said, quote, don't read it. Everyone says don't read it because it's always rubbish. Okay, the prince was posted to Afghanistan last September to command a 45 million pound Apache helicopter, one of the military's most sophisticated and well-armed aircraft. During his tour, the Apache flew missions supporting NATO troops fighting the Taliban and accompanying British Chinook and U.S. Black Hawk medical helicopters during casualty evacuation. Alright, so I'll stop now because it's almost done, but you guys could read it. Alright, let me finish with the tweet. I'm already 40 something minutes. All right, you could finish with the tweet. I mean the article. Let's go back to Twitter and finish with I have 1, 2, 3 more tweets. Harry has low and high key been telling the British establishment how much he hates living as a prince since they allow him to start giving interviews as a teen. Okay. Boring. Unspeakable tragedy. He had become institutionally irrelevant as the sixth in line. He had been telling them for years he extracted himself from the taxpayers' dime, yet they still hate him so much. Then he said he preferred being with the military because at least he was treated like a person. He spoke often about wanting out, but ended up staying and creating a space for himself. Yeah, this guy was in pain over there. Was in pain. And the family wasn't even better to support him. And this is why he had to leave, especially after he found Meghan. Meghan was the only person who treated him like a human being. And I think I've said that too in another video when they met for a drink or whatever, their first date. My goodness. Much as he hated it, once he was grown and mature, Harry treated it as a solemn duty until his family and the rest of the establishment went mercilessly after his family. That's right. Let's see what else they say here. Okay, this is why I support Prince Harry. Everyone should be able to make their own choices about their own life, and Harry's choice has always been not a prince, and I support his decision.
So I want you to hear the truth from me, as much as I can share, not as a prince or a duke, but as Harry.
All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, it's almost 11. The network is gonna shut. Okay, today saw a little black girl. Okay, so I'm done with the Sussexes. The next two tweet has maybe the next one might have something to do with the Sussexes, but this one has nothing to do with the Sussexes. Alright, today saw a little black girl and she said, "Wow, I can't believe you're a doctor," and my heart melted. Representation matter. She also asked me how long has it been. At first I said 9 years so far, but I then realized I need to add pre-K, elementary, middle school, and high school, 23 years. There's the yikes. Okay, also to my attention, who saw her, this was a very special moment for this little girl and gave me the case. Okay, she's always remember you. So lovely. That was that's what it's about, showing our children what's possible. My brother is a pilot with the United Airlines, our hometown airline. He has always reached out to young people who wanted to fly, to see it, to believe you can also be it. Yep. Okay, always proud of you, Kendall. Hope this little girl turned out to be as a good doctor as you surely are. Okay, yes sis, keep shining. Representation matters. This is awesome. Anyway, there's more comment here, but it's just I thought that was interesting to share with you. All right, let's go to the next tweet, and that will be my final. And this is that Variety. I don't know if this is true. Okay, I don't know if it's true. It says here Spotify. Well, it's coming from Spotify. Gimlet Studio hiring in-house producers for Harry and Meghan Markle weekly podcast. So they're starting to work on that, I guess. All right, let's read some comment. Okay, thanks for confirming the news. Just like any organization, internal business information is only released when required. Anyone expecting content overnight will need to understand that isn't how real life works. I know it takes a lot of time. Look at me, simple things that I'm doing here, those YouTube videos, podcasts, and all of that. It takes a long time. All right, definitely not how this industry and or the film industry work. Some movies are in production for 5 years. I mean, that's different levels of stuff. Think Rocketman, Tom Hardy attached to Project 2013, Dropout, Tyrone Egerton, Cast 2018 movie. I mean, that's completely different. We understand this stuff take time, but I think she was just talking just in general. All right, can't wait. Add reference to being relevant of royal duties. Is that how you describe resigning from their position as senior working royals? Do better. What does that mean? Okay, I'm trying to hurry up now. I'm not trying to understand this, but I don't understand that tweet. Okay, good Lord, more Spotify junk. Okay, so these are the hate one here that's coming here. Isn't Joe Rogan bad enough? I don't listen to him often, but occasionally I stumble upon his thing. There are some stuff he said that's relevant. The thing is that people need to be open-minded. All right, people need to be open-minded. Everybody has the right to say something. Depend on how you go. If you're not disrupting other people's life, okay, like those hate accounts who's going out of their way to spew hate. But these people, they have the right to say what they need to say, and you have the right to not listening. How do you know that Joe Rogan exists? I know he exists. Occasionally I stumble upon his stuff. The title attract my attention. I listen to him, and a couple times I share some of his thing with you guys. The Johnny Depp, I remember one video I did with Johnny Depp. I share some of the thing that he said regarding that he suspected that Amber Heard was not telling the truth and all of that. All right, so it was relevant to some of the thing that I was saying, and I share what he said as well. So people need to be open-minded and diversify yourself. See what other people are saying. You could either believe them or disagree with them. You don't have to take their word as the word of the gospel. Okay. I don't listen to him all the time. He's one of the top podcast person, but I don't listen to him all the time. Okay, maybe once in a blue moon I listen to him when I stumble upon his podcast. All right, so Harry and Meghan, the Sussexes haven't come out with anything yet, with the exception of, was it last year, January of last year? They came out with something. It was very refreshing. It was informative. Harry and Meghan had different people they interview with, so they probably want to give us the same kind of sense of things. So you may not like it, but other people may do. Jeez, these people are something. But they prefer those people who saying, another negative thing about Harry and Meghan, but they prefer listening to the hate account that spewing negativity, untruthful stuff about Harry and Meghan. Okay, I'm really excited for their journey and the content they will share with us. I very much enjoyed the Christmas special they had last year. Yeah, this is the thing that I was talking about. Assuming it shakes out that way, I love this concept. Weekly show featuring high-profile women, very on brand for Meghan to produce something that uplift women. Okay, great news. Looking forward to Harry and Meghan podcast. Okay, I am sure you are the only subscriber for William. So I don't even need to this. Okay, this tweet is from Account You Black, so I don't even need to see what they say here. OMG, polish my resume. Thanks for sharing. Cool. That's great. Yaks. So the real professional had to come in and save the day. What is this, people? You see, this is the hate thing here. You think that oh my God, where do these people? You take a movie, let's say Tom Cruise, for instance. All right, to make him look good, there's a lot of work behind here. A lot of people who doesn't mind being in the background to do the work. I don't know. The reason I think of Tom Cruise, I'm thinking the where he was yelling at his crews for not following COVID rules, this kind of thing. All right, because it takes a group of people to make things happen. But guess what? If it's not for Harry and Meghan's ideas, okay, none of this will happen. My goodness, looking forward to it. Chop, chop, chop. But Harry wants to be a producer. What? He never said he want. This is the same thing they say. This person is putting out like Harry and Meghan wanted privacy. Where did Harry ever come and say he wanted to be a producer? All right, they have an idea. Look at all those professionals they bring on board to Archwell. Okay, it takes a group of people to do all of that. And look at the firm that hired Harry for his expertise on different things, on mental health. Harry is not a doctor, but he has experience dealing with other people, with whatever he has done in the past. So they thought his expertise and the spotlight he will bring for the firm that hire him to come aboard. And guess what? Harry has been doing a great job. Guess what else he brings to that company? I believe in one of the tweets I read, I may get the numbers wrong, is about 25,000 U.S. soldiers gonna, I think vet, not active, but retired. Okay, retired soldiers, vet, who's gonna join that company. All right, so it's not one person. Harry never said he wanted to be a producer. Guess what? He has an idea. He's gonna do it, and then he's gonna pitch it to whoever has the producer they decided to hire. If that person is not doing it based on accordance what Harry and Meghan are looking for, guess what? They're gonna fire the producer. What is wrong with these people? I'm not even into the type of industry for me to know. This is how things usually work. When I work for a firm, okay, the architect hired me to do some drafting and all of that. You think they don't know how to do drafting as well? They needed help, all right? Certain project, needs to be done to get paid quickly, so they bring additional help. They can't do everything themselves. What is wrong with these people? Okay, I'm not upset about the thing, but it's just the compassion I have with this topic, with those idiots. Okay, let's see here. Delusional cognitive dissonance. Okay, that's great job. Creating is always a great boost for the economy. That's right. Given the amount of time I've listened to their episode, I'm so excited for the new content from them. That's awesome. All right, that one that they did the last Christmas, they probably put it together. Why? Because they had time to do it. But now things are shaping up. Things are falling into place. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to need more people to help them. So that's the way that I see it. So that's my last thing here. I'll put the link of this, the Spotify thing, and the description. Oh, shoot. I closed the other article. Where did I put it? Okay. Is it this? Okay. And the Guardian. I'll put that as well. Is that it? Yep, I had closed it. Let me copy it now, so you guys have it. You could finish read it. After I finished read it, I closed it. I didn't get the link, so let me do that. Put it so when I'm editing, I could do that. All right, so let's do a prayer. Prayer for what? Prayer. Let's do prayer for success. Prayer for success. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, there's no side prayers, but let's do this one. Oh, prayer for encouragement. Okay, that's not what I was looking for, but God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the thing that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. God, you are my help and comfort. You shelter and surround me in love, so tender that I may know your presence with me now and always. Amen. All right, let's go back. Let's do, I thought I was gonna get the image. It's something else. Okay, let's do this one. You have been a source of happiness to me, my world, and I pray God Almighty never take away your happiness from you. I pray that joy and success will never depart from your life. All right, so that's that. And I need to turn off my laptop. That's the thing that's doing the video that I did this morning, one of the videos. And then I'm going to bed so I could get up like at 2. It's 11:02 right now. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support my channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. And those who have donated, thank you. And I think I got the microphone working now. Just that button. I explained it in one of my videos this morning. All right, so that's it.